Well, for now on the programme, the UN Security Council will discuss the situation in eastern Ukraine on Monday evening after its previous meeting failed to produce a statement on Saturday's shelling of Mariupol. That's when the southern city was turned into a combat zone. I should just warn you here, the following does contain some graphic images. Dashcam video capturing the moment the city came under massive shelling. Amid the chaos, 30 killed, almost 100 injured. Kiev forces controlling the city were swift to blame anti-government troops. However, they responded claiming they simply don't have that kind of artillery or capability, being located as far as 40 kilometers away from Mariupol. Saturday's shelling came out of the blue for the city residents who have enjoyed a relatively peaceful few months. Though that is quite the opposite to life in the other Ukrainian city we've been talking about, that of Donetsk. People have become very used to now living in fear of daily shelling. In just the past 24 hours, there alone, 2 residents died in shelling, one of them a child. Roman Kozyrev reports.
We can still hear artillery fire here in Donetsk right now. And it was a really tense night indeed, and several residential areas have been affected. Buildings, apartment buildings have been damaged. Private houses have been destroyed. In certain areas of Donetsk, there is no electricity, no hot water, no central heating, which is quite dangerous because the nights here at the moment are quite cold, -5 degrees in certain places. The Ukrainian military have resumed their offensive in order to reclaim Donetsk airport from the anti-government forces. However, their offensive does not come without victims, as civilians here in Donetsk continue to die, and the anti-government forces are blame Kiev for the death of civilians. Meanwhile, Kiev itself is discarding all of those claims as nonsense.
In the meantime, videos have emerged online showing English-speaking men in military uniforms in the port city of Mariupol.
Стоп, подождите, скажите, что это?
My face, please.
And that's here a local journalist trying to question a man at the location of one of the shelling attacks. He does respond in English, seemingly without a foreign accent. Let's show you another one.
Maybe explode, maybe not, so blow up in situ.
Okay.
Okay.
The title of this video that also emerged on YouTube claims the man's an American serving in the notorious Azov battalion. Though none of this can be verified, the details on the patch on his shoulder are indistinguishable. The man's facial features can't really be made out. Kiev, though, has previously admitted that foreigners are fighting alongside Ukrainians in the National Guard that is comprised of volunteers, which the Azov battalion is a part of. Still to come here on RT International. The Phantom Menace. Sweden says up to 4 foreign submarines could have been operating in its waters last October when Stockholm failed to find any intruders despite a multi-million-dollar search. And ahead of the 70th anniversary of the liberation of the Auschwitz concentration camp, German authorities make controversial moves to refurbish another death camp, but this time so it can be used to house migrants. It's coming up.
We are not talking the language of war, but I will only react to situations.
I have read the reports, but I'm not in a position to...
No, I will leave that to the State Department to comment on your latter point.
I don't want to say that.
Mr. Kerry, do you have any comments on the document? No comment? Thank you.
No more weasel words.